the strategy. Struck is still hanging on back there, only 2 seconds behind. There was a little bit of lap traffic. So I think for now we're going to focus on the battle between Dan and Jakey. So this is the last lap for Stint 1. So people should be pitting in this lap to pass the baton to Stint number 2. And so we will see what happens. And going a little bit wide, conceding a couple tenths.
All right, welcome. Stint 2 of the IRO Bolex. 6 hours of Daytona. We just saw the driver switch. Gecko Racer for Team Race Asylum in the lead. His teammate IRO had a great stint on the first 2 hours, and Gecko Racer can take advantage. We see ART now leaving the pits in P2, and CLR team full send in P3. Then we have AHR in P4 with James behind the wheel. King Ears in P5 for Team Apex. You have the ORT guys running in P6 now, coming out of the pits in the Lexus. So 6 cars on track already. We have next car out, the second AHR team here with slide rules in P7. Sluxy, a late reserve for Team Race Asylum. P8 in that Lexus. Then we have in P9 Stormfly for Black Flag Racing in the Porsche. And Station Gaming CLR full send in the Mustang. P10 Ishmael Team Loose Moose here in P11. Bas in P12 for GTSV, and last drivers to need to perform their driver switch is DC team. And here we go, everyone is on track. So let's have a quick look at the gaps after the driver swap. We have Race Asylum leading with 24 seconds, ART in P2, then the first CLR full send team in P3, all running on the mediums. King Ears in P4, also on the mediums. We see already 2 drivers swapping over from the hard tires, so short. A really short stint on the hards here. That we'll see if this pans out towards the end. Also the ORT drivers and AHR. The same goes for Sluxy in P8 for Race Asylum. We'll see. Black Flag Racing is going for the soft tire for the first one. And Station on the mediums. Ishmael also on the mediums. So the first drivers got rid of the mandatory hard tire here. Let's see what the DC team is doing. On the mediums. So I think somehow the setup for the stream is not correct. I can't see any I can't see anyone be able to do comms on here, so bear with me if I can solve it from now, but the stream was set up without my knowledge, so not sure if I can fix something here. Bear with me. Can't seem to enable the comment, so I'm so sorry, lads. I'm so sorry. Or maybe someone in the chat, in the Discord, can help me. So hopefully someone of the admin team can have a look at this. So we will need to concentrate on the race. So Gecko seems to be increasing his lead early in the stint. So yeah, I know if you can't do something in chat, still here we go. I see a chat message appearing. It looks like it is working now. At least Nick is here. So hello. So we are stint 2 of the 6 hours of Daytona here, the middle stint, if you want. So we saw the driver swap, and we still have fairly close racing here between P2 and P3, ART and CLR full send, both in the Mustang. Yeah, and here we go. I would prefer it to be Chad, to be honest. But here we go. I can see a chat appearing. That's so nice. Hello, folks. Hello, guys. Nice to have you with me once again for an endurance race stream in here, so I can put this on the big screen now for me to have the comms. All right, here we go. Mustang versus Mustang, ART versus CLR. They know each other, the both teams. They had quite some battles on the previous CTC season running. Let's see. I think Yupe closed that gap after the driver swap by quite a margin here, and Gecko Racer, sorry for that, is increasing the gap. We started around 25 seconds now, up to 29 already. Wooly and Yupe both are on the medium tires in the same machine. And yeah, what can we expect? You see on the top we have 66 racing laps to go. The one in lap was already done, and the lap when they performed the driver swap also, so 66 racing laps. You probably all were watching the first stint with DJ Brohawk on comms, who did an amazing job, by the way. Cheers, buddy, for doing that. So the drivers have to use all 3 tire compounds throughout the race. So racing hards, mediums and softs are mandatory. There is, of course, a heavy damage on for this one, so be careful. If you crash your car, get damaged, you will need to repair it in the pits. Now Yupe with a run out of the infield onto the tri-oval now, heading towards the bus stop. Left, right, center, whatever. Yupe now on the inside. Will they go side by side into The bus stop. No, Yuppie is ahead. He made that move. Stick. Lovely move. Think we will just have a watch. Let's see. No. Okay, so the keyboard is working now. We have replays also in place for now. That's good. So Yuppie upper position into P2, but Wooly still staying with him for now. Let's cycle through the field to give you an idea about the teams, the drivers, the positions. Kingers for Apex Racing in the GTR in P4. They are a lovely livery there. James for AHR, they had an early pit stop. They started on the hards. Now they're running on the mediums and didn't lose that much time. So maybe it was a good idea to get those hards out of the way very early in the stint. He has out in CLR, driving in CLR colors. Yeah, that's what we're up for. ORT in P6, they are driving the Lexus in here. Hey, Strook, great stint, buddy. Then the Porsche run by Black Flag Racing with a Stormfly behind the wheel in P7. And Station Gaming in the number 11 car run by Team CLR Full Send here. And just for you, Arden, to see the CLR colors, the blue, the black and the white. Again, shout out to Strook, lovely liveries as usual. Ishmael for Team Loose Moose Racing in the Corvette. In P9, a second AHR, McLaren running in P10, driven by Slide Rules. Always Strook. You got also some love early in DJ Brohawk's stream with the livery, your clean approach to racing livery. It's just yeah. Right, but yeah, we must admit all those liveries. Great job from our livery designers. Shout out to you all. Put in that effort and to make those events also special with those liveries. That gives a nice little touch to it as well. So yeah, we see the Viper running in P11. Team GTSV with Bas. Sluxy in the second Lexus on the grid here. So the second Racer Silent T had a little bit of a shuffling to do for the race. So unfortunately, their starting driver Blue Racer wasn't there in the lobby. So Ost had to go for stint 1, and now they found a substitute with Sluxy. I think a very good choice. I would always take Sluxy as a teammate if I have the chance to. And in P13 we have DC Team in the 4GT race car. So unfortunately, 14th team on the grid, they didn't make it till the start for stint 2. So we are one car down, sadly. Hey, Ray. Good job on hosting and race direction for stint 1. So yeah, 13 cars in this one. I hope we will have 14 cars in the third and final stint then again. It is possible for them to rejoin. So we saw all the teams, the drivers, and now let's focus on the race situation. So got Gecko Racer here with a really strong opening stint in his drive on his 8th lap, nearly 9 to 10 seconds gained already on P2, and Juppe taking over the number 22 from Struck for Team CLR Full Send. After he got past the ART driver, Wooly, now increasing his gap. So also a solid pace here. If he can get into those 46s, that would be beneficial for overall race pace. Wooly also now, maybe, I know it myself, when you're driving the first couple of laps, I always feel a bit shaky, nervous, and so, but now I think after a few laps the drivers get into their rhythm and start putting in those lap times. Yeah, personal best for Wooly here. King here is also close to getting into the 46s. Low 47s, that is solid pace for sure. And he has decreased the gap to Wooly. Hey, Speedy. Speedy was driving number 22 car for Team CLR Full Send in Stint 1. And this car is currently running in P8. So, well done, Speedy, as well, exactly. James with a good opening stint as well. Remember, he already used the hard tires for this one. Think ORT with Valsa also changed tires early after the pits, and they're on the softs now. And the fastest driver on track at the moment is Stormfly in the Black Flag Racing Porsche entry here. So say we jump on a little onboard. Porsche always has a nice interior. Oh, let's get some Daytona nighttime impressions here. This just like very atmospheric during those conditions. And most cars here, they will suffer on the rear right tire throughout the stints, on the soft tires at least. We can see this already 8-9 laps in for Stormfly, and nearly 45% wear on that rear right tire. Yeah, what's that on the right hand side? I think there's some kind of airflow system, or I don't know. But yeah, it looks like emergency toilet paper is has already run out of stock. Oh no. So yeah. Interesting suggestions here in chat. Lindroller beer holder, yeah. Or maybe this is just their old school radio, like talking to the to the pit crew. Oh, but nice onboards here, definitely on this track. We'll jump back to the TV cam. Cycle through the field once again. Ah, those glowing brake discs in the nighttime, they look so nice. So, end station Gaby for Team CLR Full Send, number 11. P8 up 2 positions after the driver swap, I believe, but that might be due to some of the early pit stoppers. Judging the lap time, so 47 mid, some little drop off, but apart from that, 47 low, now 46 high. Keep it up, and steady wins the races, so we'll have good race results in those endurance races. Ishmael also not really up to that strong pace he usually shows, but maybe he is also looking after the tires a little bit. A little bit slower compared to the drivers ahead of him at the moment. No, Richie, that is not going to happen. I must admit, for the next 24-hour event, I will practice a new song. I will promise, but I'm not gonna be singing today. It has to be a somewhere night stint in the 24-hour event at some point. Wayne slide rules in P8, close to Ishmael here. Let's get an onboard of the Mecca. So McLaren should have the advantage coming out of the infield section, and now with that slipstream assist might be able to stay with that Corvette that should have the top speed advantage. But yeah, the gap stays below the 1 second mark. That is good for slide rules here in the McLaren. Now bus stop. In the McLaren, I think it is not too bad. Quite a stable MR car. And Ishmael had a little bit trouble, understeered there through the bus stop. This gives slide rules a big run now on Ishmael. Now, having slipstream is one thing. Getting the pass done is another one. That Corvette should have the legs to just stay ahead of the McLaren. Let's see, Ishmael probably going defensive, taking the inside line here. We will jump on the TV camera. Ishmael defending the inside, lovely. Perfect defensive driving here again. Also now taking the inside once again, not giving slide rules the opportunity to take the inside. Now a little bit of understeer for Ishmael, but still stays ahead for this one. Let's see if we can get a lovely little camera perspective from Ishmael's rear wing. Struggling to get on the power early here. This time Ishmael with a slightly better exit coming on to the oval section again. Hey Ost, yeah, what a ride. Well done to you as well. So Ishmael should be fine this time. Oh, he missed the bus stop. Here we go, the Jaeger curse. First time it hit. Sorry, pal. But now slide rules should have the run. Way more speed. Now still Ishmael going defensive here. Slide rules looking around the longer way. No. That's the difference between the Corvette and the McLaren. But this is a nice little fight. We will just have a look further down the grid to get every driver a little bit of airtime early in the stint. See new people are joining the chat and the stream. Welcome. So if you haven't already, leave a like, would be much appreciated by the IRO admin team. So Bars in P11, Sluxy in P12. This could be shaping up to become a nice little battle as well between Viper and the Lexus. Here also different concepts. That Lexus is also not the best on top speed, let's put it that way, and the Viper is really strong in a straight line, but through the infield section the Lexus should be able to catch. Oh, Urban, that is nice to hear that you are back. So yeah, after this stint we have the third and final stint, of course, running for you lot, and it will be none other than the myth, the legend, Black Flag's very own Urban Pirate covering the final stint, and hopefully we will also have some of the drivers joining Urban Pirate for some nice little chit-chat during his stint or so. So stay tuned, we still have lots of racing left for you this afternoon and early evening this event. So Gecko Racer, now 40 seconds the gap nearly, so this is an impressive drive on those medium tires for the Race Asylum driver and the Race Asylum team. Oh, look at that, he's approaching his teammate Sluxy there, and looks like we are seeing the first lapped cars in that stint. But Sluxy won't fight that, he will give Gecko a little bit of slipstream assist here as well, and now probably before they arrive at the bus stop, Sluxy will let Gecko Racer through. Exactly, that's what they are doing. This is team play. And now maybe Sluxy can stay with Gecko for a little while and make up some positions here. Juppe with a little bit of up and down, to be honest, lap time, so he got into those 46s, but now he's had some 48s and 47s now. Let's try and focus and get those low 47s back onto the board, but already 1 second down, so looks like Juppe is struggling a little bit, and he missed that chicane, so you could clearly see he's not feeling that comfortable anymore at the moment for some reason. Don't know, maybe did the wind change, or I don't know, but this just brings Wooly back into the mix. Let's get it on board with the Mustang chasing down a Mustang, and Wooly definitely with the slipstream. They're now fighting back to get that P2 overall. And just don't forget the King Ears in P4. The gap has also come down. We were like 6-7 seconds. Now under 3 seconds the gap. Did also spot that James and Valsa, they actually swap positions there. Oh, Blue Racer, nice to see you on stream. And yeah, I mean, we are human, we make mistakes, but we were a little bit worried. We weren't answering, no one could reach you, but glad nothing happened to you. You just overslept. Okay, you got some great teammates to cover you here, so, and you're still in that race. The team is still racing, so let's cheer on your teammates. So after that little mistake, Juppe has increased his gap a little bit. Maybe just breaking the toe at the moment, and we have Kingers now getting closer to ART Woolley in P3. So this is also like a very solid stint from Kingers, as we know. And that GTR probably not the best car. And oh, Juppe, what happened here? Oh no, did we witness the invisible? No, it was not the invisible wall, it was just power oversteer for that car number 22. And we see Juppe now with damage, so that is a little bit of a bummer for Team CLR Full Send here. But yeah, we are still 50 laps of racing in this stint, so anything can happen in here. But that good position they were running in now lost with that one little mistake there coming out of T1, and we might just be witnessing a new P2 any second. I think Kingers had a good run out of that bus stop. Slipstream definitely helping him now, chasing Woolley. Don't think he is close enough to go for a move into T1. Not yet, but really close here into T1. Now half a second. No, I think he will stay behind in that intersection. Oh no! Saw a little tap there, but oof, luckily no one got off that gear. Kingers admitting it was a little mistake there, but luckily no off track, no penalty here, no damage. So keep on racing, it is. But yeah, looks like Kingers can brake later, or has more confidence in doing so. And now on to the oval part again. 0.2 behind. This might look like a run into the bus stop. Yeah, Kingers pulling out early out of the slipstream. Was still showing his indicators on. Woolley go for that move now? It looks like, yeah, Woolley didn't fight that too much in the end. I think he realized that Kingers was quicker, and Kingers again indicating, I think now it is all good between both of the drivers. So no harm, no foul, I guess. So Juppe is staying out for now. So with the mediums, you should be looking at 19 to 20 race laps. So yeah. Then we have ORT in the Lexus in P5. On those softs, James for AHR in P6. On the mediums, doing a good job on the tire wear, and also fuel looking good, so it might be a long stint on those mediums to then attack with the stints on softs to make it worthwhile. And Station Gaming, the second CLR Team Full Send driver for car number 11 in P7, still ahead of Ishmael and slight rules. So we left them like 10 minutes ago and they're still running within a second of each other. It's good to see. Also both on the same starting strategy with the medium tires. And here he is, what we were talking about, Slugsy, the replacement driver for today. P10 again, and still running with Gecko. I think this is exactly what Slugsy wanted to do, like using Gecko's speed there to tow him along. And he definitely has a huge gap to P11, the DC team driver, Thomas. And I'm not sure about the gap to P9, but looks like it is coming down a little bit. But oh no, this was the worst thing that could happen probably for Slugsy's idea. Now with that 0.5 second penalty, he will be out of that valuable slipstream for now, so he's on his own now. Let's see the gap. So Gecko now coming in, 19 racing laps on the medium, so he was probably revving the nuts out of that McLaren with just 3% fuel left. Bas in P12 on the hards now, so doing his mandatory stint on the hard tires. And Stormfly as well. Stormfly was flying on the opening laps, now last, but maybe also out of sync with the pit stops. We will see around lap 50, I think, when all those strategies come together in the end, just to see where the drivers are actually placed on the grid. So we saw Gecko Racer onto the hard tire, onto the soft tire compound from the mediums. That was an interesting line by King Ears, probably not the fastest way to do that. That exit of T1. Let's see what happened here. A little bit too hot here, and then oops, turned right there. But a great save still to not lose it, to not get damaged. But yeah, it looks like this will be the end lap for King Ears, touching the fuel. Juppe is still running with damage, but I expect him also to pit this lap now. Valza for ORT, they are in a strong position for now, I think. So they could be running in a virtual P2, by the looks of it. They did. One lap on the hards after the driver swap. Now on lap 21 on soft tires. That's actually the strength of the Lexus there. That tire wear is insanely good. So, and also fuel not looking too bad here. So King Ears into the pits. I expect Juppe now to pit as well. And no, he stayed out for another lap. Okay, there. So you might want to know here, I'm also like managing the team CLR, like the two entries here, the number 11 and number 22, and I'm not sure if this is the right call, but I hope the drivers are all in a party chat right now and they are talking this through what they are doing at the moment. So Yeah, I would have pitted by now. See the other entry for CLR is like pitting after 21 race legs on mediums without damage. So, see, maybe they came up with a new strategy now. Just do 2 really long stints on the mediums. We'll see. We will see. But this means we have Sluxy now running in P7. And Station Gaming coming out of the pits now is still refueling. So Sluxy with a Arden, that is clever, yeah. Double stack in the pits. If it would just work that way. Ishmael got the undercut on End Station Gaming here. He's on the hard tires. End Station Gaming on the softs. Okay, well, we should have a tire and pace advantage now for End Station Gaming to get past Ishmael, and he actually needs to get past Ishmael here to fully use the speed out of that soft tire compound. You see Ishmael is struggling a little bit with traction here. You see that gap is coming down. American Muscle versus American Muscle, Corvette versus Mustang, and that Mustang is catching. Of course, there's a little bit of slipstream involved here, so this could lead up to a nice run out of the bus stop. Yuppie now finally pitting. Ishmael missing that bus stop a little bit on those dreadful hard tires, so now End Station Gaming with the run. Now he needs to find a way past Ishmael into T1. You don't want to have a hard tire runner in front of you going into T1, but Ishmael is defending that inside line. And there was a little bit of contact between End Station and Ishmael. As expected, Ishmael needs to be a little bit earlier on the brakes compared to End Station. So total legit here for Ishmael to defend that, but he's on the hard tires. He should think about his race and not battle a driver that is on the soft tires. So I don't think that early you don't need to defend that position. You know you are on the slower tire. So there was a little of contact definitely going into that hairpin, but I think overall this should still be fine. Slide rules, he was behind Ishmael within 1 second on the opening stint. And now 5 seconds behind. Oh, and missed that in and out part of the circuit back onto the oval. We have a battle between Buzz and Stormfly. Belgian driver versus the Dutch driver. And again, we have different concepts with that Viper strong in a straight line versus this Porsche like a handling car. So tough for that Porsche to get a move done on pure pace. And I think there was a little bit of an issue through that bus stop for Stormfly. Let's see. Yeah, that rear snapped a little bit onto the grass, and yeah, I know we know Ishmael. He likes to defend, but I don't think it was necessary at that point of the race. So Gecko with a 1 minute lead. So what? That is insane pace by Team Race Asylum once again in those endurance races we have been witnessing throughout the last year or so. And Wooly is staying with Kingius, both on the soft tires now. James now also running on the soft, so I think James did hard mediums and now can run soft stints till the end, if I'm not mistaken here. Valza for ORT in P5 on softs and Juppe in P6. Oh, Slugsy with a off strategy here, pitting lap 26. Yeah, okay, so what is his thinking here behind all this? 25, 26 laps? Does he want to go for a two-stop? This would be insane, but I'm not sure if this is the fastest overall strategy. So we have now most of the drivers running soft tires by the looks. And except Ishmael, who is doing his hard stint now. So judging the first stint, we see drivers doing hard stints between 1 and 5 to 6 laps. 6 at max probably. So this could be his a little bit longer stint on the hard tires, and then also maybe going for soft stints till the end. So we will have a look at that, but you see that gap between end station and Ishmael now 5.5 seconds. So that pace difference between softs and hards is just too big. And we see also slide rules catching Ishmael here. So yeah, okay, Bas also here on those hard tires at the moment. Just cycling through the grid, Pristina. So Stormfly on the mediums, Slugsy now on the soft. So he was doing a long stint on the mediums, now soft. So attack for Slugsy here, and Thomas in the Ford GT race car that is very tricky to drive through that bus stop, running in P13 at the moment. But yeah, at the moment it is hard to tell with those different strategies out of sync. So with like short stints on hards at some point during the race, or some drivers are just going for the faster tire compounds at the start of their stint. It is definitely a very challenging car. Let's put it that way. That Ford GT, I mean, looks nice and it's quick probably, but yeah, that if it wasn't for that bus stop, probably this would be the go-to car, I reckon. And we are just witnessing a purple run for Gecko Racer here. He is currently the fastest driver on track, and he is improving on his fastest lap time. Now having a little bit of slipstream here. That should get him a new fastest lap of the race by the looks. That toe is definitely helping that McLaren. And he comes across the line. What will it be? 45.6? 45.7? 45.7 it is. So then, yeah, keeps on increasing the gap. More than 1 minute now between P1 and P2. Also Wooly not able to stay with King Years. He's needs to look at his mirrors very soon, because we see a quick James apart from that lap 27 where he, I don't know, a little issue there, maybe a penalty, but he's definitely lapping quicker than Wooly. And Juppe, he got past Walzer by the looks of it. Yep, Struck, we had definitely a 44.8 something in Stint 1, but it's usually hard to compare those stints. We have a different time, we have different track conditions, different wind direction, so you could still see that Gecko is the fastest driver on track so far, but that 44 lap time was really quick, yeah, no doubt about it. This looked like a good run here from Juppe onto the oval part again, opening up that gap to that Lexus driver behind, that Mustang grunt. 44.6 even. Rapido. A nice run here from Juppe through that bus stop, and he might be able to break the toe. Looks like that Lexus is struggling to keep up on top end with the Mustang. So big gap between end station and Walzer, P6, P7. And Light Rules is past Ishmael. Now Ishmael is still running on the hard tires. That looks like a long stint on the hards here. Now let's see, he pitted lap 22, and now we're running lap 28. And under pressure, Stormfly in the Porsche trying to make a move on Ishmael again. Will Ishmael defend the inside? Not making it too easy for the other drivers here, forcing Stormfly around the outside once again. Coming into T1. Still defending the inside line. Can Stormfly pull it around the outside? No, doesn't have the grip here, but we will come into the horseshoe section once again. This time Ishmael held that inside line. Yeah, I was also like very nervous when I heard that sound at the bus stop, but judging the gaps, and now inside for Stormfly, and he got that move done very, very clean. But let's see that once again. So Ishmael left that door open a little bit, couldn't turn in as early as he wanted on those hard tires, and Stormfly with a nice move up a position. So I don't know if Ishmael is now low on fuel, so I was just thinking about maybe he's sacrificing him again for doing one stop less compared to all the others, but this doesn't look like it. Can probably get one more lap on fuel, but I'm sure he will be glad when he's off those hard tires. lost quite some ground for now. Let's see if he can fight back when he's on the soft stint. So okay, he's staying out, going for a move on that Porsche. Look at that difference. It's like if the Porsche was standing still on the straight. Wow. So here we go again, the second time in a row now. Ishmael versus Stormfly, infield section. No, it is single file for now. This time Ishmael defending the inside, but I think the Porsche should have more grip around the outside to make it. Oh, whoa, whoa! There was a little bit of contact, not intentional. That car snapped a little bit, but now Stormfly has the position and got that move done. But that Corvette is still here, and we saw the top end. So he's coming closer. He is coming closer again. Don't think he will go for a move into the bus stop. Will he? No. Thinking better of it, staying behind, but now the fuel is really low. This should be his inlet now. I think I just pressed that save replay button to see what happened between Ishmael and Stormfly here. A little snap there, but close, but both drivers kept it on track for this. So good, and yeah, as expected, Ishmael now into the pits. Let's see what's happening at the front of this one. So Gecko Racer, 1 minute and 5 seconds now. .45.6 now, new fastest lap of the race. Also the gap between Kingers and Wooly is increasing, nearly 7 seconds now, and we have a nice little group of cars here. So what is happening here? Side-by-side racing. Juppe is past James and chasing down Wooly again. Ooh, holding that line nicely here from Juppe, defending from James, and also fighting to get that position back from Wooly. So remember, Juppe was running P2, and then he had a incident in T1 where the rear just spun and he got a little bit of damage hitting that inside wall of T1. And now a great comeback drive from Juppe now, and really close now to his fellow Mustang driver, coming out of in and out onto the oval part again. I think Juppe with the better run. You can clearly see the gap coming down, and he's looking for the long way round. Will he be ahead when they arrive at the bus stop? Wooly is still ahead now. Juppe is ahead. Oh, there's Juppe with the better run. Wooly not fighting it too much, and Juppe up a position. We also have now James looking to get the run on Wooly here. So that McLaren using the toe of both of the Mustangs actually. So double slipstream for James, and James looking for a move into T1. Both are also catching Juppe here. Will we go 3 wide? No, I don't think. Maybe side by side? No. Also like Wooly not really fighting this one. He's like playing the long game, the very long game, not really battling midway through the race. So smart driving And so lost a couple of tenths there, but getting out of trouble there, not forcing contacts with other cars. That's good. So P3, 4 and 5 separated by 2 seconds by the looks of it. And we also have P6 here, the Lexus from the ORT team. The Portuguese driver Val Salenta. He's trying to get into the slipstream range. We just see Juppe and James. Oh, see this train of cars here. Don't think Juppe has to be afraid of the top end of that McLaren. So focus on the exits for that long straights. Oh, James with a great run through the bus stop now. Do we see some bump drafting? It looks like a little bit of bump drafting here, so that McLaren needs all the help that can get on the straight, and then maybe use a little bit of the later braking to his advantage to go for a move. Juppe defending the inside, so forcing James around the outside. They're going side by side through T1. Oh, close racing, good racing between those two. And James is ahead just for now. Can he defend that position? We will go on to his perspective now, defending the inside line. We have Juppe and Woody behind 2 Mustangs, but this was a very clean move, side-by-side racing through T1. Now Juppe needs to stay with James through the infield section and then use the grunt of that Mustang to fly past James again after the bus stop. That would be my idea for now. Oh, a little bit of a wiggle there for Juppe. That cost him 2/10 probably. He's still inside of the slipstream, now gaining again. Yeah, look at that. 3/10, 4/10 nearly gained. Let's have a good run through the bus stop. Not that committed through that bus stop, so loses again a little bit. Let's see, it was just above 7/10 now. Will it be enough to get close to go for a move into T1? 6/10 coming down. 5/10 will probably be down to 4/10, maybe even further. 3/10 coming into the braking zone, but okay, so probably if you can stay within half a second after the bus stop, that Mustang should have the opportunity to grab that McLaren before T1. The leader in the pits, as we see. Oh, James a little bit deep into the second horseshoe. And coming on to the oval. Oh, Juppe again sideways there. He has a nickname in CLR, that is Mr. 110%, and you can clearly see why. Always on the limit. But look at that run, that is insane. I mean, this looks like multi-class. What the hell? And now, again, we will probably see the same move from James again, trying to stay with Juppe there, and then go for a move into T1. But oh, James is low on fuel. So not sure, one more lap, but here we go again. side by side into T1. Can they do it again? Oh, that was... Yeah, UP ran a little bit deep, but didn't fight it too hard, so James could stay ahead. But they're still going side by side. James now nearly onto the grass. The exit out of the International Horseshoe. Oh, look at that. 3 cars in a close race. I cannot even show the replays of those moves here. Look at that. Yupe Woolley right behind James now, feeling the pressure. See the fuel. Yupe has definitely more fuel. Oh, is James struggling again on the run onto the oval? So Yupe again grabbing that lead. And now we have 4 cars fighting for P3. Yupe, James, Woolley, and Walzer. 4 different teams as well. Mustang, McLaren, Mustang, and Lexus. So Yupe will stay ahead, coming into the bus stop. Looks like a solid run here. Woolley struggled a little bit to keep up with James here, but still has the slipstream. So James now, look at that fuel. It is really low now. So James now coming into the pits. Woolley still in slipstream, and also Walzer having that valuable tow once again. So 3 cars fighting for P3 at the moment. Yupe, Woolley, and Walzer. Oh, see the other positions here. And Station Gaming, P7 for CLR. Slide rules in P8. Also low on fuel for the second AHR team. Sluxy in P9 here. What is his fuel looking like? Still good, so he can go very long. Again, he might be able to jump. Yeah, he will jump slide rules. Thomas in P10 might be close to get past slide rules here. See slide rules now arriving at the pit crew. Thomas now crossing the line. Oh, they're still refueling. Driving around the pit stop. T1 slide rules now still not leaving the pits. That refueling is taking forever and ever. So now slide rules coming out of the pits, and he will be right in the mix with the other drivers. So slide rules 3.5 seconds behind, and the drivers behind Bas and Stormfly. Bas and Stormfly again in a battle. We saw that earlier. Viper versus the Porsche. This one, so yeah, the YouTube chat messages are playing up on my view at the moment. So sorry, I'm a bit distracted here. So they're showing me messages from like half an hour ago. So I will try to focus on the race here. So Bas, Stormfly, and Ishmael also just 1 second behind. Ishmael now finally on the soft tires. He can probably gain a few positions now. That Viper is a rocket on the straight line, but struggle a little bit on the entry for that bus stop. So we could see a good run here from Stormfly, and that slipstream is helping that Porsche definitely. Will we see a similar move like we saw with James and Yupe? Similar concepts. Mustang versus McLaren, and now here it's Viper versus Porsche. So like, oh, a little late there on the brakes, but I think he got it stopped. Big sense, definitely. Let's watch this one more time. So the setup, look at that. So Stormfly was suggesting that he wants to go on the outside, but then cut back on the inside, was right alongside Bars there, and then stopped it nearly perfectly on that apex and went up a position. Great move. Now the next battle will be forming between Bars and Ishmael, by the looks of it. 1 second the gap. Back to the front where Gecko, he pitted to another soft stint on low of fuel, and Kingius now coming towards the end of his tire life. Probably 2 more laps at max, I would expect here. We did miss something here, right? So Juppe was running in P3. Where's Juppe now? He's down to P5. Lost the position to Wooly and also Walzer. So they completely switched positions. So Juppe 3, Wooly 4, Walzer 5 the last time. Now it's just upside down. Also look at the fuel and the tires here. Maybe 1 more lap for Juppe here, or maybe this lap in. This lap in for Juppe. Wooly doing a really good job here with his fuel and also tires. This was probably his strategy all along. He didn't fight and can extend his stint probably. Same goes for ORT, the Lexus. We know that Lexus is really good on the tires and also has plenty of fuel remaining. So the question will be, will James be ahead of Juppe? James pitted earlier. Juppe still not leaving his pits. I'll probably go for a long medium stint now. So yeah, that undercut paid off definitely for James. Less fuel, soft tires again, shorter stint. Juppe now probably trying to go for 21 laps on mediums, I guess, and then finish on a short stint on the hards. That would be my guess for now. Sluxy in the meantime, he is up to P7 again, so he's driving in between both of the CLR full send teams, with Juppe P6 and Station Gaming P8. Sluxy just splitting those 2 cars at the moment. So I think my chat is now again up to speed, so I see the current messages. Yeah, Bas, IRO Turbo 88, that's what he should have been called now, Sluxy, but Turbo it is. Thomas, who was running at the back at the start of the stint, with now P9, but we see the fuel indicator blinking in red. This means this will surely pit very soon. And Station Gaming just did his pit stop, also going on a long medium stint here, so The CLR team has the same strategy in place for both of their drivers at the moment. Of course, I can show the first 3 drivers. So Gecko was still with a comfortable lead, a little bit out of sync with the pit stops. King Ears now about to pit. So we were looking at more than 1 minute gap between the top 2 cars. Yeah, apart from that P1 bass, so Team Race Asylum is smashing it today with like a 1 minute lead. Probably when they do the driver swap, so again, splendid performance so far, but we are not done yet, so this is just the middle stint. After this one, still 2 hours left to go with different drivers for the teams again. Oh, let's see the gaps. Wooly is still staying with Valsa here. Okay, that was very smart, I think, DJ from James, or was it a mistake? I don't know. But yeah, you see now James 44.7, so this is more like the James at the pace I know. This is now we are talking real shit now, yeah. 44.7. This is close to that fastest lap in Stint 1, where we had a 44.6 by IRO also in the McLaren 650S here. So this, if you're a very quick driver and if you know how to drive this car, this is like a weapon around here. But again, different strategies between James and King Ears. Then gaps here. Don't see an immediate battle forming for the mid pack. And here we go, Ishmael back in the mix with fighting. Like he got past Bars, the GTSV Viper, and now going for a move. No, not into the bus stop, but maybe out of the bus stop. That Porsche will stand no chance against that Corvette. The power is just too much of an advantage for this car. Let's see. So this is now the end for the top speed for that Porsche, and it's like an easy pass around the outside for Ishmael. Wait. Yeah, he has his nose ahead coming into T1, but then couldn't take the inside line. So what? Not sure. Was there contact? Try and get this perspective here. Oh, a little bit of a tap, yeah. So that's why Ishmael couldn't hold the line into T1. Still, both drivers are on track, and no damage received from either party here. I say, go on, keep on fighting. Then the gap to Thomas, 22 seconds. That is Yeah, we're looking at, I think, without refueling, about 25 seconds pit loss or something like that. And GTSV at the back in the Vipro. But they're all on the soft tires for now, the last 4 slide rules as well. And Station Gaming on the mediums, Slugsy on softs, but his rear right nearly dead now. Yupe is also on the mediums, and Wooly just ahead again, though those two were really close throughout most of this race. Wooly is on the softs, Yupe on the mediums. They will probably have a similar final stint on the hards then, so Yupe should try and stay with Wooly here to have a chance to do the driver swap in P5. Then King Ears on softs. James, we know that, on softs, and good pace. So the last lap wasn't that quick here, but that 44.7 is a quick one. And also here we are approaching a pit stop for the Lexus. And Gecko not impressed at all by all of this, just driving a very solid pace at the front here. I think if he needs to, he could go quicker, but he's just like now managing this gap here. Probably no need to risk it all. If James doesn't improve the fastest lap by 0.2 or 1.2, then Gecko has no urge to go for fastest lap, because his teammate still has the fastest lap in this race so far with the 44.6. And yeah, Stint 3. We will have Nick driving this car for Race Asylum, so there's also, if needed, Nick can always put in a really fast lap time. So this looks like very much under control here. King Ears, you are driving and chatting. What is going on? Yupe passed Wooly here, so the Mustangs are at it again. For Team CLR, this is a good sign, so that Yupe on the mediums can stay with Wooly on the softs in the same car, and also like having the pace to make a move on them. So looks like the medium tire is performing very well here in those conditions on this track. Again, a good run on to the oval part for Yupe. And now pit stop time for the Lexus runners. We saw Slugsy in the pits, now P2 is heading into the pits. James will grab that P2 for now. And probably King Ears as well will jump Walzer for ORT here, so tire change and now refueling. So James is round in P2. Here's King Ears round T1, still refueling. So yeah, King Ears P3. Walzer now leaving the pits, and Juppe and Wooly not that far behind, to be honest. So let's have a look when the Delta is about to stay stable. 5 seconds-ish between P4 and P5. Also now mediums for ORT, and Juppe, he has a few laps on those mediums already in. Wooly now, think the third lap, yeah, the third lap on his softs. So they should be up to temperature by now, and he should be able to put some pressure on Juppe here. Looks like Juppe has a really solid run out of turn 6 onto the oval. Every time that helps him to stay ahead and not having to worry about a move into the bus stop. So focus on your braking point, that smooth run through that bus stop. Don't cut the exit and then go. But this time Wooly had a really good run through that bus stop. The gap is now down to 3/10 and coming down. Yeah, I will go to the top 3. Let's just stay with this battle here between the two Mustangs. See Wooly going for the wide line here. Juppe parked it on the apex. So Juppe still staying defensive for the horseshoe. He stays tied to the apex, not giving Wooly a chance to go for a move. And then let's switch to the top 3. We will see the gaps. So 1 minute 14 for Gecko. Make it 1 minute 15. James in P2, and then 11.5 seconds to King Ears and nearly 8 seconds to P4. So when Walzer left the pits, it was 5.5 seconds. Nearly lost this. Now he actually lost a second now to Juppe. But does Juppe have a chance to get back to P4? Wooly still staying with Juppe there. Wooly with the better run through the bus stop, always gaining on the exit there with a good run. Also slipstream definitely helping here. I don't think he will be close enough to go for a move into T1 this time. Just keep it steady. Stay with Juppe here. End station now under pressure. Here comes slide rules. The second AHR driver versus the second CLR driver. Mustang versus McLaren. I think we had this a few laps ago where James in a McLaren for AHR was chasing down a CLR driver in a Mustang. So same situation here. That McLaren needs the toe of that Mustang to stay close on the straight and then maybe go for a late move into T1. Also, we have like softs versus mediums for this battle. And the infield section, the McLaren should close that gap a little bit now. This is the important part, I think. Was a solid run for end station here. So that grunt now is kicking in. You see, like, gained more than a tenth coming onto the oval again. And just about now the slipstream helps that McLaren. So 5 to 6 tenths the gap. And again, a good exit here for slide rules, bringing down the gap. The leader is pitting, you see, but 1 minute 15 the gap to P2, so they will stay in P1 for now. Now, here we go. End station will probably defend the inside line, forcing slide rules the long way around into T1. Can they make it side by side? I think there was a little bit of contact, but this is probably as clean as it gets at Daytona T1 if you're going side by side. Let's have the over-the-shoulder camera. We didn't go into this perspective today. Let's see the efforts from slide rules here, staying with the Mustang. Really like revving the nuts out of that car to stay 6-7 tenths the gap again. It must be tough to know there is a quick car ahead of you and you're not just getting that close to go for a move. But then again, that bus stop, definitely a strength for that McLaren compared to the Mustang. And here we go again. Gap is coming down. Do we have the same situation like last lap? And Station Gaming defending the inside line. Slide rules trying to go for the move around the outside. Again. And Station parking it on the apex, not giving slide rules a real chance here to go for it. And also slide rules is running low on fuel, so end station has 45% left in his tank. Also P2 now into the pits. We will see the gap 36 seconds to James, and James 15 seconds. So King Ears will jump James now. James still not with his pit crew. P4 ORT, they might be able to get closer to James here. James still refueling. Oh, Wooly and Yupe, they're still at it. So where is James? Here's P3 jumping James. Yupe and Wooly also jumping James. James on to the softs, so softs to the end probably for James. And we have the two Mustangs still in a close battle. So it's still a great effort from Yupe here, defending on his mediums. And Wooly is on the softs. James now 6.6 seconds behind this battle group, and I'm sure he will be catching. We see this purple 144.7, and it says James above it. So we will see that. Let's go to King Ears, 10 seconds the gap to P3 and nearly half a tank left, so I'm not sure. Maybe King Ears just needs to do a short stint under hards before the driver swap. 4 seconds still the gap between P3 and P4, P5, and here they go again. So close now the gap. And Juppe defending the inside. Wooly now trying for the move around the outside. We saw this many times throughout this race today. That inside line you can cover a move. And Wooly trying to go for a better exit. Juppe still defending it. Not too hard in the end. I mean, very, very early, taking the inside lines here. And we have a close look at the gap to James. Gained a second already after the pits. And looking at the lap counter, we have 14 laps of racing in this stint for the drivers before the next driver swap. And that gap is coming down. James is catching those two definitely. We'll stay with the run through the bus stop one more time. See that again. Wooly with a good run out of the bus stop. I mean, the soft tires should help there, probably a little bit. Now he's really close. Now it will be tough for Juppe to defend that run. Wooly early out of the slipstream. But he has to go the long way around again. Does he have the speedy overlap? No, I don't think so. Juppe can still defend his position into T1 a little late. He overshot it slightly, but still keeps it on track. And 3.7 seconds the gap to P3, the ORT team. Despite fighting, they are gaining a little bit on P3 as well. And James, look at that, 4.2 seconds. He will be joining this little group within the next 3 to 4 laps here. So on a mission, definitely. So P4 is definitely possible for James by the looks. End station in P7, and we didn't see Sluxy for a long time. He's off sequence there. Always he looks like he will be going for one lap on the hards on the final lap probably, and he has his teammates slipstream again, so that's definitely helping again for Sluxy's move up the grid. Slide rules in P9. On softs, don't know if they went for the hards. I think Bas was on the hards already. But those tires, they don't look that good anymore, to be honest. And Stormfly and Ishmael, they were close in this race for many, many laps, and it still is. So Ishmael, this will be definitely the stint till the end on the softs. And Thomas also looks like that he will be going till the end on this set of tires. Oh, teamwork. See a little bit of bump drafting here between Gecko and Slugsy. Remember, Slugsy is a lap down. No issue at all, I think. And we just saw End Station Gaming disappearing, so Slugsy definitely catching the CLR driver. King Ears to Valsa, like 11 seconds. That is also like increasing a little bit, around 10 to 11 seconds the gap, yeah. Juppe with a little bit of breathing room there. Wooly not that close this lap, but James is here just 2 seconds behind now, and one more lap and he has slipstream, and then we will have the three-way battle again we saw earlier in this stint for those three drivers. So, and look at that, Slugsy is gaining so much on End Station Gaming here. 1.3 second, and Slugsy still has some kind of slipstream assist here. End Station Gaming now at some point needs to respect those blue flags with the leader coming through, and this might be crucial as well, because he will probably lose some more time. So letting the leader through, and Slugsy is right behind. Now now we'll see. Again, we have soft tires for Slugsy and medium tires for End Station Gaming, and Lexus more like a handling car against the Mustang with the pure power on the straights. Over a little wiggle there for End Station Gaming and Slugsy with the run now side by side. They go onto the oval part. What are we going to see here? That the Lexus just dying on top end. So I think Slugsy has to stay behind End Station Gaming for now. But if he can stay close with End Station through the bus stop, we'll have a lovely tow and then probably go for a move into T1. I can smell it already. Under 3/10, and I think now the Lexus should be gaining in the tow. Keep my finger ready to save that replay. Oh, End Station Gaming not defending the inside line early. Okay, that gap was still close enough, but there was the opportunity for Slugsy. So probably End Station Game a little bit too hot there. Going into T1. Let's have a look from Slugsy's perspective. Yep, End Station Gaming couldn't hold that apex, and Slugsy went through here. So what happened here? James got past Wooly now and again behind Juppe. So history repeating, giving that little nudge, that bump draft, and now trying to go for a move into T1. It's fresh soft versus kind of warm mediums, so I don't think Juppe will be able to defend that for very long. So James around the outside. That looks like a fairly clean and easy move this time. No! Whoa! It didn't. was a little bit too fast here. And the gap to P3 just down to under 2 seconds. Again, we are going side by side now, forcing James around the outside. No, James will stay behind, going into single file. Juppe showing some great defensive skills here. A run into the bus stop now. So, but now the superior grip of the soft tires, and now I think Juppe will bump draft James. Now Juppe now bump drafting here and use James' pace to open up a gap to Woolley, and exactly this is what is happening here. So the gap to P3, 2 seconds. So okay, nice. So I have saved this replay for a long time. Let's have a look at it one more time. So we were running here with James and Juppe. James around the outside a little bit too late. Got it stopped, but then Juppe snuck that position. But we saw what happened later on this lap. Still good racing. And where did Juppe just go? Why did he lose that position to Woolley again? No, Juppe has a oh, yes, damage. No, Juppe. But so this will make it really tough now. Oh, they're side by side a little bit on the grass here. So Woolley's tires are really, I don't know, they're not in the best shape anymore. Same goes here, Juppe with the damage. So this little bit of front and suspension aero will be tough. But his fuel is also low, so we'll see him pitting very soon, then go for onto the hard tires, I believe it is. And James now half a second behind P3 over T Valsalenta, and commitment through that. And look at that, 44.4, and he's purple with slipstream. We might see a new fastest lap of the race, of the race day, to be fair. This was an easy pass for James. Let's see if he can. Nope. So probably on that 44.4 he had massive slipstream. But this is the fastest lap for today so far. So James in P3, we have Gecko in P1. Nearly that 1 minute gap to P2 with King Ears. For Apex Racing in the GTR. James in P3. For AHR Walsa, for ORT in P4. Woolley in P5 representing ART. And we have Juppe CLR with damage and low fuel in P6. 32 seconds to Sluxy, so I think Sluxy might be able to grab that position from Juppe. And Station Gaming with his final pit stop of this stint. Let's see, Juppe should be visiting his pit crew now. I think 2 seconds to gap. Yeah, losing speed, 48, 49s. That damage is not really helping. So unfortunately, 2 times damage for Juppe during this stint. Still running in a very strong P6 at the moment. And we will see if he can stay ahead of Sluxy when he's coming in for his service. So into the pits we have 32 seconds. And just have a look, End Station Gaming stayed ahead of slide rules here, but it's hard tires versus soft tires, so this might be difficult for End Station Gaming to defend that position here as well. So we will see Sluxy coming around the final turn, crossing the start-finish line any second. Juppe changing tires. Oh, this could be a close one between Sluxy and Juppe. Juppe also I think needs to go onto the hard tires. So Sluxy coming round T1 and he will be ahead of Juppe just, I think. So 1 second between Juppe and Sluxy, and it's hard tires versus soft tires. So I expect Sluxy to get past Juppe before the driver swap, unless Sluxy also needs to do a pit stop and run the hard tires. I'm not sure if they already run it. So King Ears now into the pits, doing his final stint, probably also on the soft. Where will he emerge coming out of the pits? Wooly in P4. King Ears still visiting his crew. So the question is, Wooly, they need to run the hards as well, I guess. So here we go. Juppe versus Sluxy. Both drivers know each other very well from various CLR and Race Asylum League events, specials. And Sluxy with a superior grip. Juppe defending the inside this time for the international horseshoe turn. Keeping it as tight as possible, but then understeers. That grip on the hard tires is just not there. So Sluxy running, no, they're not running side by side. You see the advantage of the Mustang. Once it gets up to speed, it has quite some grunt. Oh, and Sluxy missed his braking point a little bit, loses nearly half a second, still within that slipstream, so this fight is far from over. So where's King Ears? King Ears is in P5. Okay, I was just a little bit confused. So I expect Wooly and Walzer pitting as well. So King Ears in P3 for the driver swap would be my guess. And the bus stop, this will be the part where Juppe is struggling with grip on those hards, and you see that Sluxy with a better run, more grip on those softs, but then again it is just like that Lexus cannot keep up on top end with the Mustang. So again, like chess on wheels, where is the best spot for Sluxy to get past Juppe? Into T1. That gap is coming down again. And the exit of the horseshoe is where Juppe is struggling initially, but then she still has the inside line and now can defend again the inside line for the next hairpin. still covers the inside very well. So again, we see some amazing defensive driving there from UP, but now he's forced very, very tight for that turn. So this might compromise his exit quite a bit. So Sluxy looking left, looking right. Where is the gap? Where to pass UP? Losing time again for the run into the bus stop. So now maybe he's too close through the bus stop. We saw UP struggling there, understeer. Yeah, I think he's too close too early for this one. Again, tough battle, so we'll have a look at the front. The gap between Gecko and James, 1 minute and 10 nearly, 1 minute 8 now. Okay, good run from James. Walser in P3, still a strong pace here, strong showing. Wooly in P4, now tires and fuel are really low. So King Ears will get that P4 definitely. And UP and Sluxy, UP still staying ahead of Sluxy for now. Remember, on lap 67 the drivers will perform the swap, so we are not racing until 68. It is lap 67 for the drivers to finish their stint. So this and then additional 2 more laps for UP to defend this position. And slide rules, he got past End Station Gaming, and End Station Gaming now under pressure. The soft runners behind, Ishmael and Stormfly. Also, side by side through the hairpin here. So nice to see really close battles now towards the end of the stint throughout the grid here with UPS Sluxy now, End Station Ishmael and Stormfly Gecko now doing his final stint on hards. Can Ishmael defend that position? He has the inside line, he is really close to End Station here as well. End Station running a little bit deep, Ishmael with the run. The same goes for Stormfly in the Porsche now. Double slipstream for Stormfly in the Porsche. I think Ishmael will have the best run for now. We see sparks flying all over this one. Here, Ishmael going, trying to go around the outside here. End Station defending the inside, Ishmael around the outside into T1. Who will they make it stop? Yeah, going too wide into T1. No! Make it 3 wide. Ishmael losing a position. That was close racing. Where to look? I don't know what to follow. Which car to follow? Let's have a quick look at that replay. End Station on the inside, Ishmael around the outside, and Stormfly was just like, I will wait, sit behind what's happening. Huck that inside and up a position, but this fight is still raging on, so let's get back to it. Contact between Ishmael and End Station. That was a little bit of payback from the earlier in the stint, I guess. So it's now all even. I don't know what happened here. And at the back we have Thomas and Bars, DC Team and GTSV. So at the front now, Gecko 45 seconds, James, this is their in-lap now. Walser in P3. So did I miss were they using the hard tires? Maybe right after the pit stop or so. after the driver swap split away. So Gecko in for the driver swap. We see Kingius, Wooly in P5, 1 lap on the hards. Sluxy is past Juppe, but Juppe is still staying close to Sluxy here. So, okay, Gecko stationary. This means Nick is on his way in the third lobby and stint. So Stint 3 is now live as well with Urban Pirate on the mics. So if you want to see what's happening at the front of the race, you can go over there and watch his broadcast. So P3 into the pits. Kingius now approaching the pit crew as well in P4. Wooly another 12 seconds behind in P5. And here comes Wooly for ART. Sluxy, 1 second the gap between Sluxy and Juppe. So Race Asylum and CLR P6, P7 for the driver swap. ART 2 with slide rules through the bus stop. Next one to approach the driver swap, and we still have Stormfly and Ishmael close. So here comes slide rules one more time, darting into the pits. Stormfly stayed ahead of Ishmael here. P9 and P10 end station. CLR2 team in P11. And now we have to wait for Bas and Thomas, the final 2 drivers, to enter the pits and perform the driver swap. Here comes the Viper for the GTSV team, heading into the pits, and another 8 seconds behind. It is Thomas for DC team, that Ford GT car heading over. So here we go. That's Stint 2 for you. Thank you all for watching. And now get over, join Stint number 3. I will be there as well. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being active in chat. And yeah, see you around next time. So goodbye.